Guys, happy Father's Day. I just wanted to hop on camera and speak to you guys about something that I thought about. I was just in the gym and it brought me back to something that I struggled with a lot. And throughout growing up, I always looked up to the people who could go in front of a crowd and just speak with confidence and have no fear. And on top of that, standing up for yourself. If somebody was pushing you around, to be able to defend yourself and stand your ground. I struggled with this a lot growing up, and even like up until the last 2 years, I wasn't confident enough to say something if somebody butts the line or if somebody tries to push you in any type of way. But I'm going to tell you how I overcame this fear. And basically, it all started probably at the beginning of high school. I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I did that for a couple of years. I got up to an orange belt, and once I knew that I could defend myself, or at least think that I can defend myself, I walked around with this aura that I was invincible, and the confidence just grew so much because I didn't have a fear of getting beat up or something, because I knew that if something were to ever pop off, I could defend myself and I'd be able to protect my own. Just walking down the street, my shoulders would be back and I would have zero fears at all of getting attacked, because I've learned a martial art. I've learned something for self-defense. But after about two and a half years of doing jiu-jitsu, I stopped that. Life happened. It all got busy. And then I still had that confidence because in my mind, I know I still can do this. And I haven't trained in probably like 7, 8, 9 years jiu-jitsu, but I still know that I have the skills to defend myself with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But I did boxing, and once again, that spark got reignited. I had that feeling that I could defend myself walking anywhere. I knew how to throw a punch. I've been punched before. When you learn a martial art, it gives you a confidence that you can protect yourself, that you are safe, that if something were to happen, you know how to defend yourself, you know how to control a situation. So if you guys aren't doing some sort of martial art, especially as a man, you need to do something. You need to do jiu-jitsu, you need to do boxing, you need to do Muay Thai. You need to do something where you are physically capable of inflicting violence and protecting yourself or the people around you, because there's nothing more scary than if something happened to you or your family and you're unable to defend them or defend yourself. So my confidence grew extreme amounts once I started doing a martial art and self-defense. The other thing is, it's all happened within the last 1.5 to 2 years, and that's getting the best body you've ever had. So I've always been a little bit bigger. When I was a kid, I was a super athletic kid, skinny, but like I wasn't ripped or anything. You see some of the kids nowadays, they got six packs and that, but I always had a little bit of fat on me. And then it got worse throughout grade 7, grade 8. I just played video games, sat in my room, ate Doritos, and it just got bad. My hips started growing. Everything, my face was just round and fat, and it was horrible. It all came to a point where I was in high school and I'd look at myself and be like, I am never gonna get a girlfriend looking like this. I'm never gonna make a sports team. I look horrible in every clothing I wear. And that's when I realized that your physical features by your body is so important. When you have a muscular physique and a toned body, you can wear any clothes and make it look nice. You are able to do any sport at a competitive enough level because you're physically capable of keeping up. So once you take your body serious and your fitness and health serious, I did it by getting a coach. I got Wes Watson. I hired him for 1 month, and within 10 weeks, I was shredded. I was like 7, 8, 9% body fat. I had veins everywhere. I had a 6-pack all times of the day. I was eating pizzas. I was eating junk food But because it was a macro-based diet, I was capable of doing that. I was able to eat whatever I wanted because it was limited. Macros is your fats, your carbs, your proteins. And then once you add all these with a set amount of calories, that's how you get your desired body, because without this number, you're just guessing. I hear so many people say, I'm eating healthy, but the truth of the matter is you don't know how much you're eating. So you can eat as healthy as you want, but if you're over consuming foods, you're just gonna keep gaining weight, no matter how healthy the food is. So I had macro plan, I started weight training, I lost all the fat on my body, I gained muscle, and the confidence is at my highest point at this point. I would walk around shirtless. I would wear less clothes all the time, constantly looking in the mirror, looking at my body, because I loved it. I loved the person I looked at. I never felt this feeling of love for myself ever before in my life. And I put this on my Instagram all the time. If you guys don't follow me, you have to follow me. I drop so much bombs on there. But everybody needs to experience the feeling of self-love, because when you look in the mirror and you love what you're looking at, you're gonna always wanna look in the mirror, and people see that you love yourself and respect yourself, and they treat you with respect because they can feel that you respect yourself. And then once it all came down to the fact of loving yourself, having confidence, you can protect yourself, you got a good body, you feel superior to a lot of people. That's when the confidence is built, is when you feel like you are above a lot of people. And life's a hierarchy. As sad as it is, it's true. So when you're fit, you put yourself much higher. And something happened the other week where I was at an amusement park and there was a bunch of people. Like, this line was an hour long. And these people called up their friends or whatever, and they cut the line. And the people cut about 45 minutes worth of weight in this line, and nobody said anything. And it didn't make sense to me, because this line's so fucking long. We're all waiting in this line. How has nobody said anything with these people just cutting the entire line? But then when the time came that they were trying to pass me, I was standing my ground. I didn't let them pass me, and I said, what do you mean? The line starts way back there. You're not cutting in front of me. And I just told them right off, because it's not right. But it just blew my mind that nobody stood up. Nobody told them that the line starts back there and to get the fuck back, because you're not cutting in front of me. So yeah, my life has changed completely. And this is just the beginning. That's the absolute crazy part. But because I've experienced this, I need to share this. I need for you guys to see what it feels like to be so confident in yourself, to love your body, to love the way you look, to love the way you think, to completely change your mindset, to just grow completely. And I just wanted to hop on here and share that with you guys. So if you haven't already, you got to start self-improvement. You got to start working on yourself. And it all starts with early wake-ups, becoming very spiritual. Whatever your religion is, you gotta be having faith in something. Mine's Catholic. I believe in God, and I put all my faith in God. And I've been growing spiritually. My body, I'm getting back into the best shape of my life. I'm on a cut right now. I got a coach still, and I'm 2 years into tracking macros every day. So build the body, build the mind, build the spirit, and you'll become the person that you want to be, that's confident, that's gonna protect yourself. People can feel this, and everybody's got to experience this. So stay winning, stay positive. I'll see you guys on the next video.